Hello and welcome to the United Weekly. I'm Jay and this is our latest Man United news and also a mini preview or a preview to tomorrow's game against Istanbul Başakşehir. So obviously it's been a couple of days now since our disappointing 1-0 loss to Arsenal. We've kind of mulled it over, we're still on the bit of the come down of disappointment. Obviously, we never want to lose, but to one of our biggest rivals in a game in which we played so poor has been very difficult to come to terms with. Obviously, I'm on my own today. I'm not joined by Alexi. This is a way that we're going to start to try and bring you more content. I work. Alexi is going to be starting his new job soon, so trying to do some single videos just to get more content out to you guys. So let us know in the comments below what you feel about these little single videos. They're going to be short, about 10-15 minutes, where we kind of hit the key points of what's going on. So I guess the first thing is we have to address Sunday. Obviously, as you could tell, for anyone that watched the watch along or watched the after game sort of reaction / player ratings, we were both very disappointed. That has not changed. We got the formation we wanted, we got the players in the team we wanted, yet we did not perform. We have performed so well since the international break, and then we gave another lackluster performance, even worse than the one that we did against Chelsea. We were very good defensively, I must say, and the fact that it was Pogba that gave away the penalty is very disappointing. But we just never deserved to win that game. I always said that a draw for me was considered a loss. And do you know what? I would take a draw now, but it still, to me, would feel just as bad because we just played awfully. But that is going to be pushed to one side because tomorrow we have a game against Istanbul Başakşehir. They are... we are going to Turkey to play them. They're going to have a small crowd, if I'm not mistaken. I think about 2,000 people or so are allowed into the stadium, so they are going to have some support, which is going to be the first that we've seen since, March now, which is interesting considering here in the UK, as of Thursday, we are going into another lockdown, and yet we're going to be playing a game with some fans in it. It seems really bizarre. 2020 has been a bizarre year. We're going to discuss some things that were said during the press conference. First point is obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, speaking about Roy Keane's comments about how the players are going to get Ole fired and how we have no leaders. And Ole came out and said that he's happy with the team he has, he's happy with the players he has, and he does believe that we have leaders. Now, obviously, as a manager, you're going to back your players. You need to back your players because the minute you turn against them is the minute you lose the dressing room. A la Jose Mourinho, that's what happened with him. He would publicly attack the players, and you stop playing for your manager. The minute you stop playing for your manager, you stop playing for your team. And the one thing I don't want to see is players downing tools. I think it's really unprofessional. You should try your hardest because you're not playing for just a manager. You're playing for the fans that are paying money to watch the game, be it on box office or in the stadiums when we can, or buying the jerseys. That's who you're playing for. You're playing for the manager, yes. You're playing for your teammates, yes. But the fans are the ones that suffer if you do down tools. So, hopefully Ollie's positivity means that the players do want to put in the effort for the manager and for the fans, which is something that I haven't seen since Fergie and something that Ollie does do well. He also touched on that we're coming with obviously released the squad that he's travelling with. There's no Jesse Lingard, he's injured. Obviously Phil Jones is injured. But we're going with a pretty strong squad. I expect Martial to start because obviously he's been lacking game time, only being able to play in the Champions League due to his 3-match ban in the league. I'd like to see him and Rashford up top starting because I definitely got a Cole and York vibe from them. Especially in Leipzig, or against Leipzig, sorry. And I'd like to see that again. The big debate is, do we keep Pogba in the starting 11? I think he still isn't quite there yet, or there's something going on, whether it's behind closed doors, whether it's fitness, that means that, honestly, I think that we need to start Van der Beek tomorrow, and, you know, maybe bring on Pogba like we did against Leipzig, because that seemed to work. I don't think we throw away the diamond just yet. It's a relatively new formation in a game, so at the end of the day, we need to, if we want to go that direction, if that's the formation that's going to work from us, we need game time under it. We can't. We have swapped around formations so much just this season alone. This season alone, we have done a 5 at the back. We've done a 4-4-2. We've done a 4-1-2-1-2. We've done a 4-3-3. We've done a 4-2-3-1. It's like trying to learn maths again in year 2 or year 1. So, you know, we need to get consistency, and you can't get consistency if you're constantly swapping the team around. And this brings up the next point: is, does Ollie know who his best players are? Does he start Pogba? Does he start Bruno? Does he start Matic or McTominay? Does he start Fred? Does he start Twanzebe? There's so much uncertainty. Now, you could call this a transitional year in the sense that we are finding form that we haven't had in years. The game against Leipzig, yes, it took us till the 74th minute to really kick off, but we played well that game. We controlled that game. Same with Paris, same with Newcastle, same with Chelsea to an extent. Our defence was solid. I've not been worried about our defence. Even against Arsenal, yes, they looked threatening, but our defence done well. It was just one very soft penalty. And don't even get me started on what should have been a red card to Arsenal as well. But, you know, I can't use that as an excuse. We played terribly. Arsenal deserved to win. Hence why I'm not going to mention it any more than in that passing statement. What do I expect from the game tomorrow, though, is, honestly, I expect a really good game. I expect it to be 3 or 4-0. Istanbul, they're not playing well in their own league. They're nowhere near the level of Leipzig or PSG, yet we done really well against both those teams. And the players, I want to see the players prove a point that they are worthy of playing for the badge. It needs to be said. And I think the important thing is that we get back onto winning ways. But I don't want to see them win in the Champions League again and then go to Everton at the weekend and completely bottle it, because that's what we've got coming up next. We've got Everton. Everton, yes, they've got their injuries. Yes, they aren't as good as they were at the start of the season, but they're still 6th, and we are sitting in, I think, 15th or 16th. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be that way. So we really need a positive result, and we need to take that positive result into the weekend, because we've had so many positive results against Paris, and then we go to the Chelsea game and we play defensive football. We have a good result against Leipzig. We go into the Arsenal game and we get dominated. We need to play a good game, followed by a good game, followed by a good game. Me and Alexi were talking, and we truly believe that this season is so open to win for anyone that has consistency. And that's all we need, is consistency. And we have so many world-class players. We have a starting 11 that on paper, I'm not scared of anyone. I think that we have a top team if we can get that consistency. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know what training's like, other than the brief clips that United release on their YouTube channel and things like that. So I want to see players trying. And if players want to leave at the end of the season and are not happy to be here, then prove to clubs out there that you are a good player. Because I tell you what, the way Pogba's played this season, it's been very hit and miss. Why would Real Madrid or Barcelona or Juventus want that right now? So even if you do want to leave, at least be professional and play for the club you're currently at. Don't think about what's happening next season. Don't think about what's happening in January. You know, and again, the players, they might not even be thinking that, but there's something there. There's definitely a disconnect in our team at the moment that's meaning that players are performing one day but not performing the next. And that should be the case. Some of these players are paid £300,000 a week. because they're world-class players, yet they're not performing. I want to touch on the leaders thing as well, because there are leaders on our field. The problem is that it seems like some of the leaders, like for example, McTominay, I believe he has the personality of being a leader, but lacks that raw talent that I don't want him in the starting squad every week. But he tries, and you can see that. Fred is the same. Like he's vocal and he tries. He's constantly running. Maguire, I do believe, is a leader, and you can see that. And especially after the international break, and Lindelof even more so, up there as being a leader. De Gea a leader. Like we have them, but we need them to motivate the other ones around. Bruno Fernandes, I thought, had his worst game in a United shirt against Arsenal at the weekend. And that's disappointing, because Bruno's always been able to dig us out of a hole, and he was just ineffective. He really was. There was nothing of him, and you know, I want to see him perform tomorrow and get that confidence back. Get that Bruno confidence back. Because if you can hit and ping a 50-yard ball to feet against Istanbul, you can do it to any team in the world. It's simple as. You know, you've just got to have that confidence back. And I think this is a good game to go into to get some confidence. But confidence is useless if you don't have consistency. Because we were confident going into the Arsenal game. I didn't see how we could lose that game. And we did. So, you know, it's going to be a very interesting game. Obviously, we're going to be doing a watch along on the channel tomorrow. So do come along, join us, watch with us, hopefully celebrate with us. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a game that we need right now. Going into another big game straight away after this would make me very nervous. So it's nice to have that little bit of padding. It should be an easy game. I do predict a 3 or 4-0. But that being said, nothing surprises me with United these days. But I think the way we've been playing in the Champions League, we seem to want it. And if we win tomorrow, we've all but guaranteed safe passage into the last 16, which is brilliant. And I said at the beginning of the season that success in the Champions League for me is reaching the quarterfinals. If we can get to the last 16, we are, you know, one game away technically. In terms of obviously the last 16 onwards to getting to where I thought we can get to. So obviously it's going to be interesting to see what happens with us, and obviously what happens in the PSG and Leipzig game as to where the table's going to sit tomorrow evening. But obviously we'll discuss that as the game's going along and after the game as well, just to see a bit of the lay of the land, where we're going to be going to into game day 4 of the Champions League, which we'll be playing Istanbul again, but at home. So again, two good Champions League games to buffer around the fact that we're going to be playing Everton. And yeah, I am looking forward to it tomorrow. I want to see my team turn up. I want to see my team play like I know they can. So for now, that's everything I've got to say, and I know it's only been a short video, but it's going to be short and sweet, and we're going to probably get more of these out. And you know, as the channel grows, we'll do some more of these single videos, but maybe we'll do them live. So let me know if you'd like to see some of these live down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Join our Discord as well if you feel like you want to chat to us outside of the videos. And yeah, for now, I've been Jay. This has been United Weekly, forever red with no agendas. Peace.